and welcome to the 14th in this series of video yoga classes. Hope this finds you well. I'm sorry about the delay between the previous class and this one, but to be honest, I haven't had a great few months. I won't go into details now, but I have had this mega cold that's going around just the last couple of weeks, and so I haven't been feeling that great. I'm recovered now, but please excuse me if I need to clear my throat or blow my nose during the class. I'm still feeling some of the after effects. Anyhow, I hope this finds you all well. Let's get started. So if you want to lie down in Shavasana, so arms down by the sides, palms facing upwards, feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides, and just let go into the mat. So if you haven't done a yoga class for a little while, just bear in mind the principle of ahimsa, non-violence. Try not to push yourself too hard. If you're a little bit rusty, just stay within your boundaries. And also santosha, which is another of the yamas and niyamas, contentment. It refers to a lack of craving and desire, and being content with where you are now. So if you can't do things maybe you found easy previously, don't worry about it, don't push yourself too hard, be content with where you are now, listen to your body. The Yoga Darshana defines contentment as the inner state where exists a joyful and satisfied mind, regardless of one's environment, whether one meets with pleasure or pain, profit or loss, fame or contempt, success or failure, sympathy or hatred. So what it's referring to there is finding a sense of equilibrium, so that rather than being extremely excited and happy when things go well and extremely sad and disappointed when things go badly, try and find an equilibrium so that you're reacting to them roughly the same. So everything, you're just content with everything, you're not getting overexcited or overly upset about things. So it's an interesting concept, and one that it's worth having a little bit of a think about, because if you find that equilibrium, it can make life much more satisfying in some respects. I'm not sure how to describe that. I'm not doing very well. Perhaps I'm a bit out of practice myself. Okay, so relax into the mat. Very gently roll your head from side to side. Just take your time. Just let go of any tension in the neck. Finish with one to the left and come back to centre. Draw your right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Send it away. Draw your left knee in, give that a squeeze. And send it away. Draw both knees in. Rock a bit from side to side. And then take your knees in big circles, keeping the knees together. Take your time. And change direction. And come back to centre. And then send your knees away from each other in opposite directions, just opening the hips. Change direction and back to centre. Send your legs away again. Bring your legs together. Point your toes. Take your arms up over your head along the floor. Have a good long stretch. And release. Stretch your right leg and your right arm. And release. Stretch your left leg and your left arm. And release. Stretch your right leg and your left arm, so stretching across the diagonal. And release. Stretch your left leg and your right arm, again across the diagonal. And release. Interlock your fingers, push your palms away to the back of the room, flex your feet, flatten your mat along the mat. Sorry, flatten your back along the mat. And release. Draw your knees into your chest again. Rock a bit from side to side. Roll over onto your right hand side and use your hands and your arms to come up to a seated position. So you'll need a strap now, or your dressing gown belt or tie. Later on actually you will need a block of some sort. It could be a big book, something. It doesn't matter if you put a little bit of weight on it. So take the strap, take it around the balls of your feet, flex the feet, sit facing upright. So lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, legs are strong. Breathe in. As you breathe out, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift a little. Out breath, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. And when you've gone as far as you can just release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are, and gently fold forward. Keep the legs strong, but allow the torso to relax. And then come to your breath. So on the in breath, visualize the breath going up from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head, and on the out breath just release into the forward fold. Stay with your breath. Try not to let your mind wander. And release. You can move the strap out of the way. Take your hands behind you, the fingers pointing forwards. On an in breath, lift the pelvis, flatten your feet along the floor. So coming into the reverse plank. And lower it down. So again, take the strap around the left foot, hold it in the left hand. With your right hand, take your index and middle finger around your big toe of your right foot. On an in breath, draw that leg back as though you're pulling the string on a bow. Sit nice and upright, keep lifting the sternum, lifting the crown of your head. Keep the breath nice and steady, try not to hold your breath when you're moving into a position. And release, same on the other side. So take the strap around the right foot, strap in the right hand, index and middle finger of the left hand around the left big toe. In breath, pull it back as though you're pulling the string on a bow. Again, check you're sitting nice and upright. And release. So you can move the strap out the way. Come to Dandasana, staff pose, so hands down by your hips, feet flexed, sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting. Just establish that position. And then draw the right leg in. Cross it over past the left leg. You can either leave the left leg where it is, or you can swing it back round behind you. If that's available to you, you can just hug this knee in a little, sit nice and upright. Take your right hand behind you. Breathe in, raise the left hand. Breathe out, cross it over past that thigh. In breath, lift. Out breath, move round into the twist. With each in breath, lift. With each out breath, move into the twist. With each in breath, visualize the breath travelling up the curve of your spine, that spiral of your spine. With each out breath, just release into the twist if you can. And release back to centre. Come back to Dandasana. Draw the left leg in, cross it over past the right thigh. Either leave this leg where it is, or you can swing it back round behind. Hug this knee in. Sit nice and upright. Take your left hand behind you. Breathe in, raise the right arm. Breathe out, cross it over past that left thigh. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist around towards the left. And then come to your breath again. So visualize the breath traveling up the curve of your spine in this twisted position. And in the out breath, just try and release a little further into the twist. And release. So come back to Dandasana and then come to a wide-legged position. So feet flexed, hands in front of you. Excuse me. In breath, lift. Out breath, walk your hands forward, chest moving forwards. In breath, lift a little. Out breath, walk the hands forwards a little further maybe. And when you've gone as far as you can, just allow yourself to fold forward. Again, come to your breath. So in breath, move the breath up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Out breath, just let go into the forward fold. And then walk your hands back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Wrap your hands around them, interlock the fingers, sit nice and upright. So into Baddha Konasana. You can maybe just take your elbows and just ease your legs apart a little. Don't overdo it, don't force it too much. And then maybe butterfly your legs a little. Again, working on opening the hips. And release. And now draw your knees in together. Take your hands behind your thighs. When you're ready, lift your shins parallel to the mat, balance on the sit bones into Navasana. So you can stay here if you like, or if you want you can release the hands, palms facing inwards, and if you like you can straighten the legs. But just keep lifting the chest towards your thighs towards your chest. And release. Come back to Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Sit nice and upright. And again, bring the knees together, legs together, hands behind the thighs, lift the shins parallel to mat. Stay here or release the hands and straighten the legs. Keep the breath nice and steady. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath in these positions. And release. So now come to cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Okay, so sit nice and upright again, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. Take your right hand behind you, your left hand to your right knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the right. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. And release. Left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift, out breath, move into the twist. And release back to centre. Take your hands out either side, up on your fingertips. Breathe in, raise the left arm, breathe out, stretch over to the right hand side. Keep both buttocks on the mat. Feel that stretch all the way down the left side of your body. Breathe in, lift both arms. Make sure you're not introducing any tension into the shoulders here. Just make sure your shoulders are nice and loose. Out breath, stretch over to the left. So again, feel that stretch all the way down the right side of your body. In breath, raise the arms again. And release. Now, from here, sit nice and comfortably, sit nice and upright, and then drop the chin. So chin to chest. Very slowly and gently, just roll your head around towards the right. Very slowly, don't hurt your neck. And when you come all the way around, roll it back the other way again. Just check you're sitting upright. It's very easy to slouch when you're doing that, I find. And again, roll the head around towards the right. And then all the way back to the left. When you're finished, just lift the head again. I'm going to do a couple of rounds of Kapalabhati, the pumping breath. So just to remind you, Kapalabhati, it's a forceful out breath and a passive in breath. So like that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 nice long deep breaths, and then a partial in breath, and then we'll do a round of 10. At the end of the round of 10, perhaps just squeeze your abdomen a little, get any last bits of air out, and see if you can retain the air out for a few seconds. Okay, so nice big deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Partial breath in and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the breath out if you can. And release. Take a couple of normal breaths. Check you're seated upright, and we'll do a round of 15. Nice big deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Partial breath in and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hold the breath out if you can. And release. A couple of normal breaths. Sit nice and upright. And now a nice big deep breath in and do a round of 20. And out. Deep breath in and out. Partial breath in and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold the breath out if you can. And release. Just keep the eyes closed, take a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, come over onto your tummy. So, forehead to the mat, hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, legs flat to the mat, elbows tucked into the sides. And when you're ready, on an in-breath, lift your head, lift your chest, come up into the Cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep your pelvis pressing into the mat. Lift the chest, nice steady breaths. Elbows tucked in. And release. Make a pillow for your head with your hands. Bring your left ear to the mat. Let your ankles fall out to the sides if you like. And then forehead back to the mat, arms down by the sides. In breath, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs, reach for the back of the room. Again, nice steady breath. And release. Make a pillow for your head with your hands, bring your right ear to the mat. Let your ankles fall gently out to the sides. Bring your forehead back to the mat, arms back down by the sides. Bend your legs at the knees, take hold of your feet or your ankles. Try and keep your legs together here. On an in-breath, lift your head, lift your chest, press your feet into your hands. Coming into Dhanurasana, the bow. Again, nice steady breath if you can. And release. Take your hands under your shoulders and push back to a child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, forehead to the mat, hands down by your feet.
And really relax here. Just let go into the mat. Let your breath come back to normal. And take your arms out in front of you into Utthita Balasana, extended child's pose. Just feel that gentle stretch in the shoulders. Walk your hands over to the right. Feel it stretch down the left side of your body. Walk your hands over to the left. Feel the stretch down the right side of your body. And back to centre. And then rock up to kneeling. So hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. And then just drop your forearms back behind your hands. And then take your hands, without moving your elbows, take your hands, interlock the fingers, tuck the toes, and lift the pelvis up into the dolphin. Now, you're keeping your head lifted here, just hold it for a few seconds. If you like, you can rock backwards and forwards. And release, and come back to a child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, forehead to the mat, hands down by your feet. And take your arms out in front of you again, back into Utthita Balasana. Rock back up to kneeling, adjust your position. Drop the forearms, interlock the hands, tuck the toes, lift the pelvis. Look up, and if you like, rock backwards and forwards. And then come back to stillness. Try and keep the breath steady. And release, and come back to the child's pose again. Forehead to the mat. And then take your hands out in front of you again. Rock back up to kneeling. Tuck the toes. And lift up to a downward facing dog. So fingers spread nice and wide. Chest moving towards your thighs, thighs moving towards the back of the room. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Breathe out, chest towards your thighs. In breath where you are. Out breath, gently lower the heels. In breath, lift up on the tiptoes. Out breath, chest towards your toes. In breath where you are. Out breath, lower the heels. In breath, raise the right leg. Bring that right knee into your chest and then step the foot forward between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, lift up on the right thigh. Breathe in, swing the arms forwards and up into this low lunge position. Sink into the hips. You can look up between your hands if you like. Just a gentle back bend here. And then bring the hands down either side of that front foot. Come back to kneeling. Tuck the toes, lift up to downward facing dog. Breathe in, raise the left leg. As you breathe out, bring that knee to your chest and then step it forward between your hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, come up on the left thigh. Swing the arms forward and up and sink into the hips. Just release into the position. Bring the hands down either side of the front foot. Come back to kneeling, tuck the toes and lift up to a downward facing dog again. Raise the right leg, preferably without kicking the furniture. Step it forward between the hands, staying up on the ball of the back foot. And then take the arms behind you, swing them forward and up into a high lunge. Keep the back leg strong. Breathe in, raise the left arm, breathe out, cross it over past the right thigh, hands to prayer position, twist around towards the right. So drawing the chest around, trying to come into line with the hands there. And release. Hands either side of the front foot. Step back, come to kneeling, tuck the toes, lift up to downward facing dog. Breathe in, raise that left leg, step it forward between hands. Get your feet in position, so up on the ball of the back foot. Arms back a little, swing them forwards and up into the high lunge. Breathe in, raise the right arm. Breathe out, cross it over past the left thigh. In breath, find length. Out breath, twist around towards the left. Strong back leg. And release back down. Come back down to kneeling. And then tuck the toes, lift up to a downward facing dog. Slowly and gently walk your feet up towards your hands and hang in a forward fold. And cup opposite elbows with opposite hands here. Keep the legs strong but allow your torso to relax. Make sure there's no tension in your head and neck. Perhaps just nod your head from side to side a little. Release the hands. And then slowly and gently uncurl up to standing with your head coming up last. So come to Tadasana. Actually, first of all, just get a block or a book if you can. Place it to the right side of your mat at the front there. I might need to step back a bit for this because I haven't quite got room for part of this sequence. Come to Tadasana. So outsides of the feet parallel, big toes moving inwards, activate the calves, the thighs, the glutes, lift the sternum, roll your shoulders up and back, let your arms hang loosely, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Bring your hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up, look up at your thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down, leading with the chest. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right. Hold back with the left. Nice strong plank. Fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe out, knees down, elbows tucked in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forwards into the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between hands and pause. Ground the back foot, 35 to 45 degree angle. So your hips here are facing the front of the mat. Take your arms behind you, swing them forward and up, coming into Virabhadrasana 1. So press into the back edge of the back foot, sink into the hips, make sure this knee's not wobbling out to the sides and that your knee isn't overshooting the ankle. And then open that out into Virabhadrasana 2. So now your hips parallel with the long edge of the mat. Reach forward with the front hand, back with the back hand. You can look back at the back hand just to make sure it's in the right position. Sink into the hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just lean forwards a little. Bring your forearm to the right thigh. Take your left arm up and over into Parsvakonasana. Raise that left arm, straighten the front leg, drop into Trikonasana. Don't drop too low here, keep your body in 2 dimensions, roll the top shoulder back. Soften the front knee, look down at the front foot. This is where I need to adjust myself because I haven't got room. Take your right hand to the block, hop the weight into the right foot, lift the back leg, flex the back foot, and open to the left hand side. Keep lifting the back leg and release. Come back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. And while you're down here, you can just move the block over to the left side. Breathe in, come all the way up. And out, hands to chest. Just take a couple of breaths here. And we'll go to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to the flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Breathe out, knees down, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands, ground the back foot. Again, hips parallel with the short edge of your mat here. Take your arms behind you. On in-breath, swing them forwards and up into Virabhadrasana 1 again. Press your foot, the back edge of the foot into the mat. So the back leg's strong. Sink into the hips. Open to Virabhadrasana 2. So now your hips parallel with the long edge of the mat. Sink into the hips. Breathe in and slide forward. Take your left forearm to your left thigh, take your right arm up and over into Parsvakonasana. Roll that top shoulder back. Lift that arm, straighten the front leg, drop into Trikonasana. Rolling the top shoulder back, staying in 2 dimensions. And then soften the front leg, look down at that left foot, take hold of your block, hop the weight forwards into that front foot, raise that right arm, lift the back leg and open your body to the right. Keep the back foot flexed, keep the leg lifting and drop back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest. Take a few breaths here. You can move the block out the way now. Excuse me, just got to blow my nose a little. Okay. So another round, so come back to Tadasana, hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow dive down. Breathe in up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left. Breathe out, knees down, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands and pause. Ground the back foot. Again, coming into Virabhadrasana 1, so hips parallel with the short edge of the mat. Take your arms back behind you, swing them forwards and up. Establish the position. Press the back edge of the back foot into the mat. Let's move back a bit. Hop the weight forwards into the front foot. Reach for the ceiling, press the heel of the left foot down towards the floor and pivot into Virabhadrasana 3. So we haven't quite got room here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, keep the back leg lifted, reach into the hands, arms alongside the ears and drop back to Virabhadrasana 1. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up and out, hands to chest. And we'll go to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Knees down, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Lift up into downward facing dog. Step forward with the left foot between the hands and ground the back foot. Take the right hand, getting carried away. So back to Virabhadrasana 1 again, arms behind you, Swing them forwards and up into Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into hips. I'm going to have to move back again a bit. Up the weight forwards into the front foot, reach for the ceiling, press the right heel and pivot to Virabhadrasana 3. Lift the back leg, flex the back foot, arms alongside the ears. Drop back to Virabhadrasana 1. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up. And out, hands to chest. Take a few breaths here. Let your heart rate come down. Let your breath come back to normal. Now step back with your right foot. Bring the outsides of your feet parallel, so your big toes pointing in a little. Bring your hands to your hips. Breathe in, lift the sternum. Breathe out, fold forward to a flat back. Drop your hands up on the fingertips. Breathe in, as you breathe out, fold forward. Take your right hand to the small of your back. Take your left hand to your right leg. Breathe in, find length. Breathe out, twist around towards the right. In breath, find length. Out breath, move into the twist. Release back down. Left hand to the small of your back. Right hand to your left leg. Breathe in, find length in the spine. Breathe out, move into the twist. And back to centre. Take your hands to your hip creases and lift up with a flat back and step forward. So, going to do balance Natarajasana, the dancer. So bring your weight into your left foot and feel that foot rooting into the ground. Let's take my glasses off. So, gradually lifting the weight out of the right hand side. You reach back with your right hand, take hold of the inside of that right foot. Raise your left hand, you can take Chin Mudra if you like. And when you're ready, press that foot into the hand. And also try and lift your head, lift your sternum. Just try and stop that right leg from splaying out too far to the side. Find a drishti, find a still unmoving point to focus on. And release. I'll try the same on the other side. So root the right foot. Bring the weight out to the left hand side. Take hold of the inside of that left foot. Raise the right hand. Take Chin Mudra. And then press the foot into the hand. Find a drishti. Keep lifting the sternum, lifting the head. And focus on your drishti. And release. Okay. Come to the middle of your mat. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Hold out breath to lower the heels. In breath, lift right up on your tiptoes. Hold out breath to lower the heels. Take your feet mat width apart. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. As you breathe out, lower yourself down, coming down into Malasana. So, got elbows in between your knees, your sternum's lifting, your head's lifting. Now, staying roughly in this position, just move your ankles closer together. Keep hunkering down here between the knees. Take your hands and roll the backs of your fingers and the backs of your hands together, and then take those hands around the outsides of your ankles. slide them around to the back of your ankles and just see if you can make the bind here. Just see if you can hold your hands behind your ankles. Keep lifting the sternum and release. So come to Dandasana now, staff pose. Feet flexed, hands down by the hips. Sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, lower yourself back down towards the mat. We're not coming into Shavasana quite yet. Now draw the feet up towards the buttocks. Outsides of the feet parallel, big toes moving towards each other. Arms down by your sides. Perhaps might just be touching your ankles here. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis. Press into the feet, lift the pelvis. If you like, you can interlock your hands under your body, draw your shoulders together a little into Setu Bandhasana. Keep lifting the pelvis. Release the hands. On an out breath, peel the spine back down the mat. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then cross the right leg past the right thigh, flex the foot, draw that left thigh in towards you, wrap your hands around it, flex both feet. You can just ease that right knee away with your right elbow. And then keeping the legs crossed, just lower that left foot, take your arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let that right foot fall gently over to the left, coming into the twist. You can turn your head to the right if you like. Try and keep the shoulders on the mat. In breath back up to centre. Out breath, let the left knee fall over to the right, head to the left. Back up to centre, uncross the legs, bring your arms back down either side of you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press the belly button down to the mat, lift the pelvis. Again, you can take your hands under your body and draw your shoulders together if you like. Release the hands, out breath, peel the spine down the mat. Just take a couple of seconds, let your spine adjust. Cross the left leg past the right thigh. Draw the right thigh in towards you, wrap your hands around it, interlock the fingers, flex both feet. Use the left elbow just to ease that left knee out a little. And then keeping the legs crossed, release your hands, drop that right foot down by your right buttock. Take your arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just let that left foot fall over to the right side, coming into the twist on the other side. So you can turn your head to the left if you like. And release into the twist. In breath, draw the legs back up to centre. Out breath, let the right knee fall over to the left, head over to the right. And again, just let go into the twist. In breath, draw them back up to centre, uncross the legs, draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, take them in big circles, and change direction. And back to centre. Again, take the arms out wide, shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your knees fall over to the right hand side, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat. You can turn your head to the left if you like. And let go into the twist. breath, draw them back up to centre. Out breath, let the knees fall over to the left. Head to the right if you like. Let go into the twist. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Give them a nice tight squeeze. And then send the legs away. And we're coming into Shavasana. So arms down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling, feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides. And going back to where we started, you can just gently roll your head from side to side here. Just let go of any tension in the head, the neck and the shoulders. And then finish with one to the left. Come back to centre and just release into Shavasana. Just let go into the mat now. Going to do a rotation of consciousness now. This is the rotation of awareness through the different parts of the body. As I mention the parts of the body, try to move your consciousness to that part and move quickly from part to part. Repeat the name of the part in your mind and simultaneously become aware of that part of your body. Stay alert, but don't concentrate too intently. Become aware of your right hand. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand. Become aware of the back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the left foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Now to the back. Become aware of the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the right buttock, the left buttock, the spine, the whole back together, the whole back together. Now the head, the top of the head, the forehead, both sides of the head, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eye, the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the throat, the right chest, the left chest, the middle of the chest, the navel, the abdomen, the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, both legs together, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together,
both arms together. The whole of the back, buttocks, spine, shoulder blades. The whole of the front, abdomen, chest. The whole of the back and front together. The whole of the head. The whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. Try to keep your awareness and not to fall asleep. The whole body on the floor. Become aware of your body lying on the floor. See your body lying perfectly still on the floor in this room. Visualize this image in your mind. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryan Karavavahai Tejasve Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Allow your breath to deepen, small movements to come to your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs, and the muscles of your face. Take your arms up over your head along the floor, have a good long stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, rock a bit from side to side. And then roll over on your right hand side, staying curled up with your eyes closed just for a few breaths. Use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you can. I'm going to chant 3 Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe in for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm really sorry about the long delay. I'll try not to make it such a long time next time. As you may well be aware, I've started some new classes on Monday nights now at St Mark's in Godalming, near where I live, and I won't be doing the Saturday classes at the Meath anymore, which is quite sad, to be honest, but things have got quite difficult there, and the new venue is very nice. It's a really nice room. It's much better than where we were before. So if you haven't come along yet and you're a local, please do come along on a Monday night at 7 to 8 o'clock. Those of you who used to do my work class Hello, I hope you're all well. I'm really sorry I haven't been in touch, but as I say, it has been quite a difficult few months recently for various reasons. Please do get in touch with me at any point if you have any queries or just to say hello. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And as always, any feedback is really appreciated. So do get in touch with me about this class if you have any points you want to make. Okay, well thank you again. Goodbye. Thank you.
Ah.